Do you have no idea how you ended up in this class, who these people are? Or are you thinking about joining this class with Mr. Bovington? Public speaking might be for you. This is your public speaking guide for success for 2023 or 2024. Before we get started, take note that before you join this class or stay in this class, you can only miss about 8 days. Unexcused or excused, there's no difference between school excused and non-school excused. So if you plan on missing a lot of days, do not be in this class, because attendance is a part of this class, so it can bring your grade down, and trust me, you do not want that to be an issue. What I have here is the public speaking, the virtual text, and the physical copy. This is a book in which is by the Eastern Washington University for Chelan High School. You will be asked to read a chapter for homework about 17 times or so, and then in the morning before class you will take a test on that matter, and you will get graded for the tests. If you don't feel like using one of these, there's also a PDF version on Google Classroom with all the chapters. There are some chapters skipped because Mr. Bovington feels that those are not necessary. But once you have your own physical copy, it is yours. You can draw on it, you can do whatever you want. It's basically yours. So, now for the speeches, you will be asked to demonstrate to the whole class, in front of the whole class, in front of all students. There will be one speech where you present in the pack with the microphone to a couple of guests, if there are guests, like Mr. Pancho. He usually comes to the class and then sees how the students perform. There will be an oral interpretation speech. There will be a pet peeve speech. That one's fun. There will be a demonstration speech, formative speech, and there will be a fake history of a thing speech. There will be a special occasion speech, and there will be 3 applied speaking speeches, and there will be 3 recent event speeches too, along with the "this I believe" speech. A speech usually consists of around 3 to 7 minutes long, and towards the end of the class you will work towards having less notes and more eye contact and more better positive body language. Okay, now for the ultimate techniques, secrets, and tips. What you do not want to do is skip reading. If you skip reading, you will be left with having to guess on the tests, and chances are you will not do good. Trust me, I did that quite a lot, because I would read like half of what I had to read, and then I thought I was good, but I wasn't. And tip number 2, you do not want to use filler words. You want to completely get rid of that. That will make your speech way better. Practice is crucial for this class. It takes me about 5 hours to practice my speech and memorize it. Sometimes it takes more, even though if it's just like a 3-minute speech. I don't know why, but it takes quite a bit. Usually I learn the best practicing it before school. But the most important tip of all is looking like you have confidence. If you're up there giving your speech, you do not want to sound scared. You want to have a good tone of voice. Just breathe before your speech. Just take a deep breath and go like it'll all look better if you pretend it's not as bad. It'll come out not as bad. Another tip that helped me was using a wristwatch. For a vast majority of speeches, you are able to use a podium. On the podium, you can rest your outline or your script, and then you can have your arm positioned like this, and then you can like read it at the same time, like pace back and forth between your watch and your script. Once you see that like you're good on time, you can hurry up, get over with, because people will get bored of your speech. When picking a topic for a speech, you should try to not pick something that's too complicated or something that you would not find a lot of information to, because for some speeches you will be asked to include about 1 or 2 scholar journals. So if you can't find something like that, then it will not help you. Mr. Bove is a nice guy, but that doesn't mean that you can turn in late work and then expect for it to be graded normal. If you're taking the college credit for the class, then you should take it serious, because the most you can get for late work is 60%. Overall, the key takeaways is that you should speak with confidence and then take it somewhat serious, because if you don't practice and you procrastinate, your speech will turn out bad. You can tell pretty much when somebody tries, when somebody practiced, because they won't stutter and they will have it memorized, and they will also speak in a better tone. It's okay to feel somewhat scared at the beginning, and that'll go away because you'll get more used to talking in the class. That's all.